What's up, guys? I'm Kay Scholl. Welcome to another financial awareness video. If you're a parent, this video is for you. Teaching kids about money. I'll be doing several videos on this topic, so if you haven't subscribed yet, now's your chance. Leave a comment below and let me know what you wish your parents would have taught you about money. I got invited to be a guest on another show, the Loan Officer Podcast with Dustin Owen. He's a mortgage guy here in Central Florida, and I'll link his channel below. We talked for probably around an hour and a half, and part of our conversation revolved around teaching kids about money. But before I drop you into the video, I wanted to share a few things first. First off, you need to be reminded that your kids are constantly watching you. You are setting an example with how you handle your money. If money stresses you out, how do you think that reflects on your kids? If money motivates you, then teach your kids about work ethic and how hard work and smart work can benefit them. Secondly, kids need to know that money doesn't buy happiness. Stress this with each opportunity you have to talk with them. Happiness is a relative term though, because if you're struggling to put food on the table, having issues paying your utility bills, and can't seem to get ahead, then in that situation, money can help you buy things which will make your life better, which in turn will make you happier. But in the grand scheme of things, money doesn't buy happiness, and you should teach that principle to your kids. Third, don't be afraid to show your kids that things cost money. Our daughters are in elementary school, and we are not afraid to tell them no when they want to buy something, or to challenge them to work and do chores to earn enough money for them to be able to buy it themselves. In the clip I'm about to share, I talk about my experience growing up working and about money. But as I just mentioned, our kids are in elementary school, so we're still in that phase of teaching them that you have to work to get paid. Do your chores? Get paid. Don't do your chores? Don't get paid. Want to buy something? How much money do you have to buy it? All right, let me drop you into the video.
He's like, but I have a guy that you need to have on the show. And then about a week later, I get a text from Patrick. Hey, I just listened to your most recent episode. You know who would be awesome? I'm like, why are two people telling me that this guy, Kyle, is someone that needs to come into the studio and we need to rap? So it is a pleasure to have you. And I'm so fortunate for the connection. And what a small world, right?
Yeah.
What a small world. That
Mike's a good dude. He's a straight shooter.
Yeah,
He's a good dude.
Fantastic guy.
Yeah.
So,
Right,
but anyhow, but 17 or even heck, the 22-year-old version of you.
Yeah, for sure. So, Mike, like most sons with their fathers, there's a little bit of relationship blessings or relationship judgment or whatnot. And my dad has made some interesting decisions as an adult, but I feel like he did a really good job with his kids. I'm one of 4 boys. My dad had 4 kids.
Okay.
Kept trying for a daughter and ended up with 4 boys.
So this means your mom had the luxury of raising 4 boys.
She did.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a saint.
And she's a great, great woman. You know, what I will say is he did not raise us to be, gosh, I don't know how to say this politely. He raised us to be business-minded a little bit, right? So, when I was in middle school, you asked about the 17, 18-year-old version of me. I had a checking account in the 7th grade. I got my first job pretty early, 12, 13.
Was that because you wanted to or because it was being encouraged in your household to go get a job?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. Because I'm the second oldest, I saw my older brother have money.
Okay.
And that was inspiring to know that you can work for something. When we were like 10, we mowed yards, right? And just got paid cash, nothing formal, but we used the money from the lawn mowing gig to buy a little Honda 50cc little motorbike guy. And that thing was a blast. So I would say that was my first experience of work hard, do something fun with the money.
And yeah, I'm going to stop you there just because it's like a ding, ding, ding type moment for anyone listening who is a parent or anyone who listening who is anticipating starting a family. You would recommend at an early age having these types of conversations with your children.
Absolutely.
Encouraging them to understand finance, to open a checking account, to use a debit card so that it's not foreign when they are 18 or when they are 22.
100%. And every family dynamic is different, right? So there's some kids that demonstrate a willingness or a desire earlier than some. So if you're scratching your head listening to this right now, wondering, well, gosh, I don't know if it's the right time for my kid or not, you'll know There will be little signs. You just have to know to listen or to look for them. Now, you can encourage it a little bit by saying, hey, come over here. I want you to come look at, now, it's what it is, 2020.
Yes.
Now it's, hey, come look at the computer screen. I'm going to pay some bills.
Yeah.
A long time ago, it was, hey, I'm going to whip out the checkbook, or I'm going to whip out, XYZ piece of paper, and I want to show you how we manage the money. I would say whenever your child is expressing an interest, or, hey, dad, hey, mom, what are you doing? Don't just shoo them away. That's an opportunity. And say, gosh, let me show you what I'm doing. Even if it's something as simple as, this is how much I budgeted for the utility bill, $190 or whatever it might be, and it's, 201. It's simple math. A third grader or second grader knows addition and subtraction. Just simple math is perfectly fine. And whenever they start to express some interest, that's your foot in the door. And then from there, it just grows, right?
So for you, it's not even so much what you wish you were taught, but it's what you're grateful that you were exposed to at an early age. Because as a father of two yourself, and as a career professional, you can look back at your childhood and your upbringing and be fortunate or at least acknowledge that you may have had a step up on your peers, on your buddies that you played sports with or went to school with.
Well, everyone's got strengths, right?
Yes.
And I would say in high school, a weakness that I would say I had looking back was I wish I did have a more social group of friends. In high school, I worked like 3 jobs. So I didn't really join like our varsity soccer team until a junior. I was I was working.
Yeah.
I was busy working. But to get back to the original question, which was 17, 18 year old self, what would you wish you would have done? I was encouraged to get a credit card at age 18. It was $1,000 limit, so nothing too, well, gosh, I don't know how many years ago that was, right? 19, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
But it was a $1,000 limit. That was my credit card for a very long time, and I was very cautious, and I didn't even get that until I had a very regular paying job. My dad co-signed my first car purchase with me, so that was helpful to help me establish credit, getting the credit card that I got as well, small $1,000 limit. But I got my credit established early. So I would say if you didn't get your credit started early, then when you're 22, 23, 25, or maybe older, trying to buy your first home, you may or may not get the most ideal rate if you don't have a good enough credit score or good enough credit history. So I would say for one thing to do in terms of either, common mistakes or just what to do at 17, 18 is just start to manage your money well so that you can establish your credit and treat your credit appropriately. Money is like a hammer and a nail. It's a tool, and you can use it to your advantage. But the difficult part of money being a tool is it involves emotion. You get excited, you want to buy stuff, you want to do stuff with the money. As long as you can keep your emotions in check, in control, money can really be a great tool for you, both from a credit perspective and from a how can it grow perspective. But in addition to credit, though, I want to go to number 2, which is I'm giving my dad some praise here, but what I wish he would have encouraged more is home ownership at a younger age. I got my first home, I think, when I was 24.
That's young.
Yeah, I wish I would have gone even younger than that, though, because the day I moved in, I had 2 roommates move in. And what my dad really preached a lot was live alone for a year before you get engaged or start a family, like be on your own, like really get to know yourself a little bit. I just wish he would have encouraged more house hacking. And I think that might tie into mortgage, water zone, our show today, because house hacking for a young 22, 23, 24-year-old could be a great way to build wealth.
And when you say,
Okay, at that point, the video started to drift away from teaching kids about money. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment below and let me know what you wish your parents would have taught you about money growing up. If you want to learn more about saving for retirement, check out this playlist right here. I've made several videos and you could really learn a lot. I appreciate your time. See you in the next one.